Bruh.
I did it again. I fell in a black hole of YouTube videos. I was minding my own business.
Mind your business, that's all, just mind your business.
YouTube said, hey, you want to watch videos on how you can decorate your house using items from the Dollar Tree? And I said, yes. 5 hours later, I was at the Dollar Tree finding things to go ahead and decorate my house with. For example, I bought, in the background, you'll see it says Merry Christmas. And my kids put it up with some little Christmas light. That's their little e-learning section. That's where they wanted to have it. So, let me show you what I got. So, I decided to get a few items. As you can tell, I have about, I don't know, 10 different bags of just Dollar Tree items. I'm still trying to figure out why I did this, but let me explain my madness. Okay, so I have always been intrigued by the DIY videos anyways. By the way, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to see what would happen and to see if I can actually do it. I think they're so beautiful, the creations that they make. I did watch a couple of videos. I'll link the ones that kind of gave me inspiration. I did try to get a lot of the items that were in the videos that I was watching, but not every Dollar Tree is the same. So what I did is try to like improvise on some of the items that I got. We are gonna be making Santa's sleigh, a Christmas scene, Rudolph planters, and Santa's sleigh.
Nope.
Right? Candles. Thanks to my kid for helping me out. So I figured why not do the struggle together. And all right, so the first thing on our list that I want to make is candles. I got these white candles. I got 2 different types of jars. They also had incense. I got a black cherry and an apple cinnamon. Here's the black cherry. Here's the apple cinnamon. And I got some craft sticks. You're also gonna need a hot glue gun, and you're also gonna need, they sell these window clings. So you just grab a design that you really like. I liked this one. The first one I'm gonna do is gonna be a simple candle in here, and I also wanna make another one that also looks like hot chocolate. So let's see how this works out. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is grab a large pot, fill it up with water, and submerge the candles in there so they can go ahead and start melting. The girl who I was watching said it usually took about an hour. So while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the decoration of the mugs and the jar on the outside. I'm also peeling a red crayon and a brown crayon because I want one of the candles to be red and the other one to be brown, obviously for hot chocolate. So I'm gonna go put these on top of the candle that's melting to see if it mixes together. And then I'll go ahead and start decorating the jars. Okay, so I have put the candles in here, and I found crayons around my house, kids that are not using the crayons anymore. I broke them up in pieces, and I'm just letting this melt down. Like I said, it should take about an hour to do. Okay, so while the candles are melting, I'm gonna go ahead and decorate it. So like I said, I'm gonna use these window clings. According to the video, all I needed to do, peel these off and put them on wherever I want to. I'll do the gingerbread man and the gingerbread woman, one on each side. And then for the jar, I think I'm gonna do the wreath. I wanted to do Santa Claus, but I don't think Santa Claus is gonna fit around it. So there, I have the wreath on this jar, and then I have the little gingerbread people on this. So pretty much I'm done with the decoration of the candles for now, because everything else is for when we start putting everything inside. So I'm gonna move on to the next item. Okay, so for the next item that we're going to do is the Santa sleigh. She did say I needed a specific type of container. I couldn't find it. So the next best thing I found was this clear container. It does come with the lid. I don't need the lid for it though. Some rope. I need 2 of these metal wreath hangers. And then I bought some treat sacks. They're mini little bags. Some bells for decoration. She said ping pong balls, but all I could find were these foam balls. And you need your hot glue gun. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out this portion to make it look like a sled. I'm using normal scissors and it's cutting through the plastic pretty well. Okay, so now the front slide is open. It doesn't really matter that it's not perfect because we're gonna be covering with rope. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is start putting the rope around this container. So I guess I'm gonna start from the bottom and then, no. I'm gonna start right here and then go around the entire container. There's one area already done. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start doing this around. Okay guys, I wanted to do a quick check-in really quick. I am not even halfway done. I personally don't understand how some people have the patience for this. And then I came to this part, and I'm gonna leave some here open so I can go around with some yarn, I keep calling it yarn, with this rope to make like a border. I don't know, I'm gonna see how it goes. Whew, all right. So, here is my sleigh. It's, as you can tell, like it's not the most perfect thing in the world, and it's still kind of hot. But here we are. I mean, I think it turned out pretty cute for being, you know, a dollar store item. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool down for a bit. Let the plastic get, I've noticed that it started separating more because it started getting heavier. So what I'm going to do now is gonna go check on these candles really quick and see how they're doing. So I think the candles are melting, and I'm super happy that the brown and the red came out the way I wanted to. So what I'm going to do now is add a couple of the drops of the oils that I bought. Actually, the first thing I have to do is fish out the wick. So I'm gonna take one of these crafts. Okay, so I found the wick, and all I did was hot glued it at the bottom of here. Now what I'm gonna do is add these smells and see, hopefully they smell good, and when you burn them, they actually smell like it. To the hot chocolate, I didn't find a hot chocolate smell, so I'm gonna add the black cherry. And then for the red one, I'm gonna add this apple cinnamon one. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the red candle. I'm gonna do the same for the hot chocolate. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and let the candles cool down, and I'll move on to the rest of the sled. It is, the smells of the essence, I really don't like it. One smells too florally and the other one just smells like fragrance, if that makes sense. It doesn't really smell like anything. So I do suggest if maybe you do make them yourself, maybe if you buy them from a different store. I do also want to say that I only used 1 candle per jar. I think I maybe should have used at least 2, if not 1.5. Now that I'm realizing, but you know, I'm just trying to see if this is something that I like to do, or maybe I'll try again. Okay, so the next thing I have to do is get these hangers, and she said to take off the part that is like a square, so you're left with like essentially the sled part, And she said this was fairly easy to take off with a couple of bends. And she's right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is grab these balls and put one on each corner. And then what we're gonna do is put these on here and make sure that this part is facing, the part that curves, make sure it's facing the side that's open. I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool off for a little bit before I flip it around. So now what I wanna do is make the little decorations. So I found this bag and I really like this Believe part on it. So I was thinking of cutting out the Believe and gluing it on the side of the sled. And then also I found, again, these little sacks at the Dollar Tree. These have little Christmas trees. I was gonna stuff them up with little items. And then they also have this one that says Merry and Bright. So I'm gonna stuff this up with, you know, different random things. Maybe I was thinking of putting candy here and giving each one to my kids. And then that way it can be another little like stocking stuffer. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out and then I'm gonna fill these up. And here is the final product for the sleigh. I think, and I put the little, and I put some like white ribbon in here that I had. I think I might go buy some red felt or something to throw in there. But there's a little Santa sacks. I think what I'm also gonna do is go back and write all of my family names on here. There's 6 of us in the family, so I was thinking of maybe doing that. I did just fill it up with random things. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go back and fill it up with some candy. But I think this turned out to be so cute. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Rudolph planter. So what we're gonna need is 2 of these galvanized planters or any bucket planter, whatever you wanted. Gonna need some bells. Need this floral foam. You're gonna need 1 of these metal wreath hangers, some pom-poms, some white cups, some leaves, and let's see, some of these just things you can put into the flowers and a flower that you like. So I do want to note that I did get these at Walmart. I didn't find these at the dollar store. These were still only $1. They were 98 cents and this was actually $5.96. So I figured I can use I can cut this in half and put it 1 in each pot. So what I'm going to do first is grab the metal wreath and try to my best to bend it in half. There, perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is we're gonna glue this in here. She also said when you're gluing it, make sure that the hook's to the outside. So now that I have both of them done, she did spray paint them so they could all be white. I like these colors that's going on so far. So I'm gonna not spray paint anything. So the next steps you're going to do is you're going to grab sticks and you're gonna cut 2 holes in the cup and then you're gonna stick them in there and glue them together. All right, so I don't think I'm gonna need this planter thing, but what I did is glued these antlers on them, and so far he's looking really cute. And then what I'm going to do is I also glued some ears on the back of his antlers. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're gonna glue him on here. You're gonna place some glue on the actual this part. As you can tell, he's already looking like Rudolph. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Okay, so with this one, what I'm gonna do is grab these red pom-poms. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some hot glue and we're gonna glue his little nose on there. Hold it for a couple seconds. What I'm gonna do first is grab this floral thing. And what I wanna do is cut off at the stem part. Okay, now that I took them all off, what I'm going to do is start putting them. I don't know why I didn't record the finished product, but here is the finished reindeer, guys. I think it turned out to be super cute. Okay, so the next item is going to be a Christmas scene. I saw this again off of the same girl. She did her version of it. She did a train, but I couldn't find obviously what she was referring to. So I kind of just try to figure out if I can make up my own. So I found these two signs that say reception on them. I got these light bulbs, and then they also sold these DIY decorate your own type of ornament. So I did ahead of time tell my kids to decorate it the way they wanted it to be decorated, and they each did their own little thing. I figured this would be a cute way to go ahead and have them integrated into this DIY that I'm doing. I'm kind of just winging it to see what would happen. So what I want to do is, you're not gonna see the reception part. I was gonna paint over it, but I realized that once I put this on, you're really not gonna see it. So I figured I can go ahead and glue it down and make cute little signs. I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and play around with this and see how I wanted it to be. I'm gonna glue them together, and then I'll go ahead and show you what I came up with. All right. So these are the little signs I came up with. I think they came out super cute. It looks like a little scene. So I was thinking of putting, I'm gonna show you at the end where I'm gonna put these. But I think these came out super cute, and how they like are sitting up on this little stand. I try to cover up that reception area as much as I could without having to paint it. I wanted to keep this at budget friendly. I do want to say I did spend about $40 on all of this. Only at the dollar store. And I guess $45 including the flowers that I bought. I didn't have a hot glue gun. I needed to buy that, and I bought some other little things to go ahead and go along with the other, like I bought a blanket of faux snow to go on where I want to put these decorations. I bought these lights. They're necklaces, so I'm hoping to see how I could use them in there. And here is my final product. I think it came out so cute. I have the hot chocolate mug with the Christmas lights, Rudolph, Santa sleigh, and this is my own kind of makeshift little mantle we got going on here, as you can tell. But I fell in love with how I did this. This is how it looks like with the lights off. I think it looks so cute. Okay, so that's my final product. I had an amazing time filming this. I think it was definitely worth the time and the effort. It is now 3 o'clock in the morning. I started this pretty late, but I think it was definitely well worth it. My kids are gonna be completely surprised the mess now that I have to go ahead and clean up. I enjoyed making everything in this video. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try more hacks that I've seen. Yeah, so go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, share. You know, I do see that you guys are liking the videos, so I'm hoping more videos like this will come. Until then, guys, just take it one day at a time.